everyone, I'm Leslie and I am on Royal Caribbean's ultimate world cruise, traveling the world over 9 months and documenting all of it right here on Point Your Soul North. So thank you so much for joining me, and let's jump right in. Today we're going to Cusco, Peru and Machu Picchu. We're going to Machu Picchu! Kind of. I say kind of because the day before we are to fly from Lima off the Royal Caribbean Serenade of the Seas to Cusco, we find out that there is a protest that has shut the one and only train that takes tourists from Cusco to Machu Picchu. The train is closed. So we come together as a group. There's about 500 of us that are going to travel with Royal Caribbean, and we decide we're going to go anyway, and we're going to just hope that the protest gets resolved and we are able to see Machu Picchu. So we're off. These are my very first steps on Peruvian soil, which is super exciting because I've never been to Peru. We take a flight, like I said, from Lima to Cusco. That is no joke. And it's a short flight. So as you can imagine, it's steep to get up and steep to get down. And at one point I was looking out the window and I thought the top of the Andes mountain was literally right below the plane. It was, I've flown all over the world and it was unnerving. But we made it, swooped down into Cusco, and we arrive at the airport in Cusco and are greeted by this beautiful band, dancers, Peruvian people doing a super warm welcome to welcome us to their city. Once we arrive into Cusco, this is the city center, Plaza de Armas. We went to a beautiful restaurant in the city center, which included a cup of this. This is coca tea. It's critical to helping you acclimate to the high altitude. Cusco is at 11,152 feet. We had prepared for the altitude by hydrating for 48 hours before we got on the plane. Lots and lots and lots of water with liquid IV added. I'll add a link for that in the description below, but it's critical to prepare for high altitude. And the coca tea is super helpful. The leaves are super high caffeine, so they don't recommend that you have more than 2 or 3 cups of it, and definitely not after 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's kind of an herbal tea, tasted nice, but it just helps your body acclimate. So first up, we go visit here. I can't say that, so we went there. The displays of walls that the Incas moved rocks from miles away, carved them in such a way that without mortar, the walls were earthquake proof. And seeing them up close and the intricacies of these walls was unbelievable.
It was the devil in the past, and now it's aliens. Still people look for supernatural explanations. But let me tell you something, this is no mystery for us. We know exactly how, when, and why this is. Tell you something. In order to have bureaucracy, you must have writing. This is called Kipu, K-H-I-P-U. It's based on decimal systems. Look at the notes. The notes here represent each one a number, but they are different levels. Here you see the thousands, hundreds, tens, and ones. For example, if we count this chord here, I see 4 notes in the thousands level. So that's 4,211. Now the Kipu, name of this artifact, of the pre-Incan civilizations, they had 10-foot long chords because their calculus got to the millions. All mathematical operations that we know now were known by these civilizations 4,000 years before the Inca.
This is the view of Plaza de Armas, the main city center, and that is Cusco Cathedral. The place is extraordinary from the outside. The inside is not photographable, but trust me when I tell you, it is absolutely stunning. Do not miss it. And I just thought this picture and the reflection of the cathedral in the water was really cool. Then we were dropped off at our hotel, the 5-star Royal Caribbean booked hotel in Cusco, which was the Hotel Palacio del Inca, which is just outside the Temple of the Sun and within blocks of the Plaza de Armas, which is the city center. It's houses the only thermal spa in Cusco and was absolutely stunning. Has incredible views and an interior courtyard complete with the most important Inca animal, alpacas. This little guy was resident in the courtyard and super fun to see. The hotel itself has over 195 pieces of artwork from pre-Inca, Inca, colonial, and Republican periods, and they're all on display all over the hotel, making the hotel what they call a museum hotel. If you don't have the pleasure of staying here, stopping and seeing it is definitely worth seeing. It was incredible. And in our hotel room, Royal Caribbean had left us beautiful souvenir bags with all kinds of sunscreen and lip balm inside the bags for each of us, and this hand-woven bag that we could take home. It was really special. And we were able to spend a couple hours before we left for the welcome gala that Royal Caribbean put on at the Convento de la Merced, which was breathtakingly beautiful. The courtyard was all lit up for an incredible traditional Peruvian dance that was performed for us while we were waiting for dinner, and it was probably a good 20-minute show that was unbelievable. The dancers at the gala show were perched on what had to have been 4-foot tall stilts that were about 2 inches wide, and yeah, I've never seen anything like it. They were representing traditional Peruvian harvest dance with the sun, lightning, water, and Mother Nature in the stunning cloister of the Convento de la Merced, which yeah, was breathtakingly beautiful. And then we were escorted into a beautiful room for dinner, and with music. It was just a beautiful way to welcome us to such an extraordinary little city. And the next day we're given the sad news that we would not be seeing Machu Picchu while we were in Cusco, which was super sad, but kind of bittersweet, because we were then able to spend the day exploring all that Cusco had to offer. And I would highly recommend, when you're in Cusco, to just go up the streets and down the streets and around the corners and into the little local shops and talk with the local people. It's just a really extraordinary town. There are lots of little ladies dressed in traditional Peruvian outfits with little baby goats wanting to take your picture with them, and it's cute, but be sure to tip them, because that's the intention, is that's how they make their money. And before our day was over, we stopped here in the San Pedro market, and let me tell you about this place. The San Pedro market is literally within 10 minutes of the city center, so it's easy to walk to. Everything in Cusco was very easy to walk to. It is the most popular market in the Imperial City. It's humongous. Inside, you'd find everything from tea, coffee, all kinds of handmade items, souvenirs, produce, dried fruits. And as you got deeper into the market, it was really cool. In the back, there were individual restaurants, and the chef would make the food right in front of you, and then you would sit down on a bench right in front of his cart and eat your food. It smelled amazing. all different types of food, and it was really incredible to see. The end of the San Pedro market, just before we left, there was this huge section of fresh flowers, which just warmed my heart. And I found out that I can bring fresh flowers back onto the cruise ship, and I have a vase for them. So right now I have a little paper flower in them because I just discovered that. But next time we go somewhere that has fresh flowers, I will bring them back and put them in my little vase to just kind of make our home a little more homey. This is the view from our hotel room window of Cusco at night. It lit up, the mountainsides lit up with all the city lights. It was so beautiful, even more beautiful at night than during the day. I would highly recommend Cusco, and if you're going to Peru and obviously Machu Picchu, this is the place to be. Be sure to hydrate and be prepared and explore all over this beautiful little town. And I just want to say thank you for being a part of my journey. Don't forget to subscribe below so that you can see every single port stop as I make them. Thank you again. And also on social media, you can follow me on any and all social media at Point My Soul North. So thank you again. Until the next port stop. Bye.